Bienvenidos a esta presentación del pluscuamperfecto. This presentation will talk about the pluperfect, how to conjugate, and when it is used. The pluperfect is used in everyday speech to describe a past action that happened prior to another past action. In the examples below, nosotros habíamos terminado con la cena antes de ellos llegar tells us that we had finished our dinner before they arrived. The action that finished prior to another action is written with the pluperfect. Habíamos terminado. Ella nos había llamado cuando vimos las noticias. She had called us when we saw the news. The past action is she had called. Había llamado. The conjugations of the pluperfect are very similar to the present perfect. So if you've done the present perfect, it's simply remembering that the verb haber, which is the auxiliary verb, had, is going to be conjugated into the imperfect tense. The conjugations are había, habías, había, habíamos, habían. And the way you form the past participle in Spanish, for AR verbs, you simply take off the AR, which leaves the stem of the verb, and to the stem you add ado. And to the stem of ER and IR verbs, you add ido. These are irregular because of an accent mark, although they do follow the same pattern as the regular verbs. The ER and IR verbs whose stem ends in a strong vowel have to have an accent mark on the I of the ido when you add it. In the example caer, the A is a strong vowel, and when you add the I, a weak vowel to it, it would be pronounced caído. Since we want to hear the I, we have to help out the weak vowel with an accent mark. With the accent mark, it is properly pronounced caído. We also see this with the verb creer. The E at the end of the stem dominates the I of ido. Again, we need to help the I out because it is a weak vowel, and we help it out by adding an accent mark. Now it is pronounced creído. Some other verbs with accent marks on the I are as follows. There are irregulars in Spanish. This group of irregulars ends in TO. Abrir is not abrido, but it is abierto. Cubrir becomes cubierto. These verbs that end in TO need to be memorized. And the last group of irregulars isn't a very large group, but these verbs end in CHO. Rather than decido, it is dicho, and hacer becomes hecho. Practiquemos. Please pause the video if you'd like to try these before I discuss the answers. My mom and I had prepared dinner. Mi madre y yo habíamos preparado la cena. My mom and I require the first person plural of the imperfect of haber, which is habíamos. Preparado is the past participle for preparar. My family had lived in many cities. Mi familia había vivido en muchas ciudades. Rafaela had gone to the mall. Rafaela había ido al centro comercial. The verb ir is simply ido as its past participle. And the authors had written many poems. Los autores habían escrito muchos poemas. Notice that all of the verbs in English start with had. And also notice that preparado, vivido, ido and escrito do not change to match the subject. The subject is represented by the verb haber and its conjugations. Gracias por ver esta presentación y te deseo mucho éxito.